Hi Capricorn, welcome to February. So this month we have a new moon in Aquarius on the 1st, or for some people, depending on where you live, it could be the 31st. Then we have Mercury in Capricorn, your sign, going direct on the 3rd after having been retrograde for the past 3 weeks. And then we have a new moon in Leo, full moon in Leo, on the 16th. And Venus and Mars on that same day come together in Capricorn, in your first house. So let's see what the cards have to say. We'll get into the astrology later. What do the cards have to say for Capricorn for the month of February in terms of love and relationships? What's coming up for you guys in February 2022? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for February 2022? Let's see what we have. The Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Fool. So there's going to be some new beginnings coming up for you, especially with these aces. So at the beginning of the month, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you might be focused on work and not relationship. Or you could be thinking, I want to take a new direction in my life in terms of love and relationships. So you could be... if you're not in a relationship, you're looking for love, and you might be, the 8 is like something that's at the beginning stages. So you could be starting a new relationship in February, but I feel like things will go slow as you get to know each other. It's not going to be one of these hot and heavy, fast developing relationships. It could be that you're just taking it one day at a time. I am seeing a lot of career success. I have to tell you, even though this is a love reading, I am seeing career success this month really strongly, where you're going to get, there could even be a job offer, and you might take a new direction in your career, and get the recognition and the money that you need. Look, I mean, you've got, like, it's just so strong, I have to mention it. So I think relationships, both love and business, or, personal and work relationships, are going to be significant this month. In terms of love, though, the Ace of Pentacles, this is a tangible new beginning. So if you're connecting with someone new this month, or even having a new beginning in a current relationship, like maybe you're deciding to put some extra energy into a relationship, to have a new start, because I feel like there's this new energy coming in, where you're not doing things the same old way. You're taking a new approach to love, and even your career. I have to mention career because it's here, and I can't not talk about it. The cards are funny. You can ask a question, but they really just tell you, they talk about like what's most important. So if you're asking about love, but there's really strong career vibes around you at this time, you're going to get that in the cards. So that's why I'm seeing this. I think your career is going to just be on fire this month. Anyway, the Ace of Pentacles can represent a job offer. But all aces are new beginnings and seeds that are being planted, and seeds that are going to come to fruition. And you've got not only the ace, but you've got the 10. So that, it's like you're going to come full cycle this month. And especially in a relationship, but I'll get to the 10 later. You have the Ace of Swords in the past. The Ace of Swords is a card of like warrior energy. You've been doing a lot of thinking. You have the Four of Swords here. I feel like you've been isolated. You might be recovering from a quiet time. Sometimes the Four of Swords can represent recovering from an illness. Like you might have been just taking time out to rest and to heal. Maybe not mingling too much with people. But all the while, you've been creating a plan. Because the Ace of Swords is like a new way of thinking. It's a new beginning in thought. New ideas coming in. So you might have been formulating a plan. Like if you're in a relationship, you might have had a quiet time in that relationship where you're not really doing a lot of communicating, but you're doing a lot of thinking. Like, what do I do with this relationship? How do I handle it? How can I make it better? Or if you're not in a relationship, you might be thinking, what can I do to meet someone or to get to find the love that I want, the relationship that I need. And you're willing to take action. The Ace of Swords is about, I know what I want, I formulated a plan, and now I'm going to take action. You were just waiting for the right time, or maybe you weren't feeling up, you were feeling low energy. And that makes sense because, especially if you have Capricorn rising, Mars was in Sagittarius. It just recently moved into your sign. So when Mars is in your 12th house, you kind of feel, you just don't have you feel more like being isolated. You don't have that fighter instinct. But now Mars is moving into your first house. It's in your first house. So you're going to have all the energy you need, and especially Mars in Capricorn, to fulfill your goals. So here's this warrior energy, this Martian energy coming in. You have the Fool here. This is about a brand new cycle coming in. So I'm seeing that if you're not in a relationship, there's a brand new opportunity coming this month. It may just start out like maybe it's through a work relationship. Maybe it's somebody you meet through work. Maybe that's why we have so many work cards here. But whatever you're starting at this new moon is something that can lead to something very like a commitment, because I'll get into the astrology later, but the new moon in Aquarius is conjunct Saturn, your ruling planet. And you have the Four of Wands here, which is a card of marriage. It's a card of victory, success, stability. So the only thing that that's a little concerning is this Page of Swords. The Page of Swords energy is about looking carefully into things, looking beneath the surface. But sometimes it could be a card of spying or gossip. So you want to be careful who you talk to this month, and don't reveal any secret plans, because you may have a spy in your midst. You may have someone who's pretending to be on your side, but they're carrying tails back. So be careful who you talk to. Keep your plans close to your chest. Another way that this card could represent is needing to have a serious conversation with someone, needing to have a difficult conversation. So if you're in a relationship that's been going through some kind of difficulty, you may have to sit down and talk to that person and tell them what's wrong and have come to some type of resolution. Now, I think that the outcome is going to be positive, so don't fear that conversation. Maybe you've been avoiding it and you've been keeping to yourself because you have this Four of Swords here. But the future is looking great. What's coming up is great. So you may have a couple of hurdles to get over. And this is just a warning sign, the page, that you should look deeper. Don't just take someone at face value. Look deeper. Look beneath the surface. People might be telling you things. Someone may be telling you something and it's all talk and no action, or it could even be not even true. So if you hear any stories or someone comes to you with gossip, go to the source. Don't just take it at face value. Don't just believe what anyone tells you, because it may not be true. It may just be gossip. Because sometimes the Page of Swords could be a troublemaker in your midst. Another way the Page of Swords could come out is like a lover or a partner that's problematic. They're just difficult. You can't get through to them, and they're not cooperative, and you might be feeling frustrated. How do I deal with this person? You have the Queen of Cups here in your negative thinking sector, your fear sector. This is a card of, you might be unsure about someone in your life, what to do with them, how honest they are, if you can trust them. But also you have to trust your intuition, because there are things that you may not know, things that probably will be revealed later in the month at the full moon. But for now, you might have to just have some quiet time to listen to your inner voice. Because this is a card of someone who has a lot of compassion, who's very spiritual, very intuitive. But it could also represent someone who is very sensitive and takes offense very easily. So you just say one little thing and they're feelings are hurt, and it's a big drama. So you have to be careful how you communicate this month. And it's not what you say. I mean, you have an important message to say. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So just keep that in mind if you're working out some kind of conflict in a relationship. But so, and for those who are in partnerships, committed partnerships, you could have a new beginning in that relationship, because the Fool card is like turning over a new page, starting over. So if you've had some kind of falling out with someone, you could work out a way, like, let's start over. Let's just, try a new way of relating to each other. Let's forget the past. Let's just start over in a better direction. So that could happen. But definitely I'm seeing new energy coming in. In your environment, you have the Chariot. So you've been busy juggling a lot of things. And you may have to decide, what is it that I'm really, like, you might be too scattered. You may have too many projects going on at the same time. And you're not making progress in any one of them because you're not focused. So the Chariot is victory through discipline and focused. So you may have to really get a laser beam focus on what is it that I really want to achieve in my relationship, even in my life. What are my goals? Have a strategic plan. And drop anything that's distracting you. Maybe there are people around you that are taking you off your path because, you're getting involved, because you're so compassionate, you might be getting involved in other people's problems or gossip or some kind of drama, and when you should be focusing on your life and your relationship. So the Chariot is about calling in the scattered energy and zeroing in on what you want to achieve. And I'm seeing success. You have the Three of Pentacles. Now this is a time card of 3 months. So there could be some type of, if you're not in a relationship, you could meet someone through work. I just feel like it's connected to work somehow, where you get some type of raise or promotion, or your job duties change. So you're getting recognition, you're getting money, there might even be a new job offer, but there's also abundance, wealth, and security at the end of the reading with this Ten of Pentacles. So if you're meeting someone this month, somebody brand new, this person is financially secure. This person offers, and you're going to see that you're going to feel safe in this relationship. This person wants to be there for you, wants to create a secure home, this is a person, could be an earth sign, but it could also be you have earth, water, and air here, so, it could be any sign, really. I don't want to limit it because it's a general reading. And it could play out in different ways in people's lives. But the Ten of Pentacles is someone who really wants to take care of their partner. They care about the person. They want to be there for you. They have your back. If you look at this card, you see this person, he's got his arm around the woman. He's there. He's like a protector. He's like, don't worry, I'm here. I've got you. I've got your back. You don't have to worry. I feel like if you're meeting somebody brand new, it's going to be a good match. It's going to be someone you could really count on. It's not going to be, some fly-by-night, problematic game player, either a player or someone who's just difficult or playing mind games or whatever. You've been through all that. This is a brand new energy coming in. And I feel like it's just at the beginning stages. So things may not, it's going to be different. I just feel like it's going to be a slower pace of getting to know each other and developing love and commitment, but it's going to end, it'll be more stable. I feel like it's going to be more stable. So hang on to that. I feel like you're going to win in 2 ways this month, both in career. I'm really getting strong career energy, like new job, promotion, recognition, money. If you're starting a new job this month, or if you apply for a new job, you're going to be getting paid what you're worth. You're not going to be getting, some pittance salary. You're going to be making some money. But you're also going to have a relationship that could lead to commitment and marriage. I'm seeing that as well. So if you're if you're looking for love, I think it's on. And even if you're in a committed partnership, you may decide to work on that, to do the work, to bring things, to make things more secure. Because I feel like you've been kind of isolating yourself, and that period is ending. I feel like the time of you being cut off from people and being like a hermit is passing, and you're going to come into February and the coming months being more social, getting out more, being around people, communicating more, I think things are going to be changing and getting, there's going to be more reason to be hopeful. So let's see. Oh, before I start the astrology, I want to see what the angels have to say. What is the message of the angels? What does Capricorn need to hear from the angel cards? So let's pick a card for Capricorn. What messages do the angels have for you? Peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and don't worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. So if you've been going through some troubled times, those times are ending. And you're coming, I felt that. I feel like you're coming into a time of peace and tranquility where things, it's like the universe is saying everything's going to be okay. You're safe, you're secure, so don't worry. Okay, so let's see what the astrology has to say. So you have, and here this kind of matches what the cards are saying, you have a new moon in your second house. That's the house of money. It's the house of self-worth. It's what you value, what you need to feel safe and secure. And this new moon is conjunct Saturn. So there's a new beginning coming up this month that it may be a promotion where you're taking on greater responsibility, where you have to do more work. You might even be learning new skills. But the reward is going to be great because it's going to bring in more money. It's going to be bringing in something substantial. If you're committing to something this month, Saturn represents longevity and commitment and discipline, like you doing the work, but also getting the reward. So if you've been working hard, this could be the month that you get recognized for all that effort, and you get some kind of reward. Now, squaring this moon is squaring Uranus. So Uranus and Saturn have been square all last year. And this is like kind of reinforcing that square, this new moon. And Saturn's important in your chart because Saturn is your ruler. Uranus is in the 5th, so you might be like, there might be a new romance that you want to enjoy, because the 5th house is the house of romance, creative projects, children. You may feel like, I'm so busy working, I don't have time for fun, I don't have time for love. And that could be the conflict, the square, where you have to make time for love. Make time for love, Capricorn. Don't, it's great. I know, it's good to be ambitious. It's good to get ahead in life. It's good to, be a good provider for yourself and your family. But if you don't leave time for recreation and fun and for your loved ones, you're going to get burnt out and it's going to affect your health. So that could be the conflict. Like all these things are happening in your career. And like now love comes. Like you may think, I don't have time for love. I'm too busy working. I'm too busy going, dealing with career stuff. But make time because love is on. You've got Venus. Now, while the Uranus is squaring the new moon, it's also trining Venus. And you've got Venus, Mercury, Pluto, and Mars all in your first house. When Venus is in the first house, you're attracting love because you look good. Venus makes you you're charming. It enhances your appearance. You're feeling more sociable. Usually when Venus crosses the ascendant, it can bring a love relationship. Like somebody could approach you for romance. You may get a love offer. So there's an opportunity for love, especially because Venus and Mars are coming together in your first house. So if you don't have some kind of love thing happening this month, I'd be really surprised. The only thing that was going to stop, and it might come out of the blue because it's trining Uranus. When Uranus is aspecting anything, you never know what to expect. Like whatever you think is going to happen is not going to happen. And something that you never would have dreamed in a million years will happen. So just wait and see what flies in. It's going to be unexpected. It's going to be exciting. You might attract a free spirit or someone who just brings fun back into your life. Maybe you've been all work and no play. Now this relationship, this new beginning, is going to give you time to do something creative, something that you really love. Mercury and Pluto, again, it matches this card. Mercury and Pluto is in your first house. Pluto's about power, how you use your power, how you Sometimes Mercury, Pluto can bring a powerful person into your realm. So, don't put up with bullies. If someone tries to manipulate you or bully you, Mercury with Pluto, you have to communicate. You have to speak up for yourself. And usually a bully will back down if they get confronted, because, you can't let a bully just, make you cower in fear. You have to respond. You have to stand up for yourself. Now, make sure that you're not the bully. Don't be careful how you communicate. You might be coming on too strong because you're feeling really confident. When you have Mars in your sign, you have energy and you're not afraid to take anything on. You're like, bring it on, I'll tackle it. You have Venus in your sign, bring it on, So you're going to have, it's like dual energies this month, where you're going to have energy to get ahead in your career. It's going to produce results, but you're also going to have energy to go and find the love that you need, work on your relationships. And the North Node is in Taurus. It has moved from, and Mercury and Pluto are trining the North Node in your 5th house. So you're going to go after, it's telling you, the North Node is the energy that we need to embrace or deal with. It's like the direction you need to go in. So in Taurus, the Taurus is all about pleasure, security, feeling, good food, good, having material things. Taurus is a little bit of a material sign, but that's okay. They work hard for their money and they like nice things. They like beauty. It's not to impress anybody. It's just that they like. And you too, Capricorn, you like quality. And you're going to have, but you also need, it's telling you need more fun in your life. You need romance. You've been, working too hard and focused too much on the work aspect. Now you have to have, it's time for fun. It's time for love. And that's coming. You got 5th house energy. You've got 1st house energy. Mars is sextile Jupiter in the 3rd. So get out and network with your friends, your family. If you're, just get out and socialize. This is going to be more of a social month. And while you're doing that, you're going to be meeting different people. You might find romance somewhere in your local environment. So don't be afraid to put down the close the computer, close the laptop, get out there and mingle, because there's a new life and new love out there. If you're not in a relationship already and you're looking for love, that's where you're going to find it, in your local environment. And it may just happen unexpectedly, like you're out, and all of a sudden you run into someone and you start talking, or somebody introduces you to someone and the sparks fly. Because now Mercury has been retrograde in your sign. Now it's going to go direct. So any miscommunication, if you've been waiting to hear from someone, you're going to start to hear, get communication. You can clear up misunderstandings in relationships. Now's a good time to talk about things with your partner, especially if you're in a relationship and you're having difficulties. It's a good time for communication. You can make major changes by what you're communicating. Just remember, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And so then we have the full moon in Leo, and that's happening in your 8th house. It's activating your 8th house, and the sun's in your 2nd house. So again, your money sectors. Full moon in the 8th house is, if you've been working on your finances or trying to create some kind of financial plan for greater security, maybe you applied for a bank loan, or you're looking to reduce your credit card debt or something like that, that's going to come to completion around the full moon. Or you're at least going to see what you need to do. Because the moon usually brings things to light, brings things that are hidden to the surface, and you find solutions, or you see the truth. Again, this moon is square the 5th house, the North Node in the 5th house, so you might be thinking like, well, I really want to get out and do things, but I have to watch my budget. But it's not, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. You have Mercury in the 2nd house, and it's conjunct Pluto still, but it's an out-of-sign conjunction. Mercury at this point is moved into Aquarius. But that's good because you're going to have ideas of how to bring more money in. You're going to be very creative about what can I do to enhance my finances. So pay attention to those ideas that are coming in. And it might be that you're making money through some type of communications project. Maybe a writing project or a website project or anything that has to do with marketing, getting the word out, getting the message out. Again, at this full moon, Venus and Mars, the cosmic lovers, are coming together in Capricorn. So I'm telling you, love is on. You have on, and it could be that if you do connect with someone, it could be a very energetic relationship, very passionate. Because not only is Venus and Mars in Capricorn, but you also have Pluto in Capricorn. I mean, this relationship could change your life in a major way. And it's got support. This full moon really doesn't have any negative. I don't see anything negative. Because Mars and Venus are kind of sextile Jupiter. They're a little bit past Jupiter. It's a separating aspect. But anything that has an aspect to Jupiter brings luck and abundance. So, and the third house relates to, siblings, relatives, aunts and uncles, friends, your local friends, just local travel, just getting out in the neighborhood. So I would say get out and don't stay home. Don't be stuck in the house this month. Get out of the house. Get out and mingle. Because Jupiter is making a beautiful aspect to Uranus in the 5th house at this full moon. And it's sextile. Now these sextile aspects, they're fortunate, but they only work if you take action. So you can't just sit around and expect somebody to knock on the door. Here I am, Prince Charming, Princess Charming. You have to do something to benefit from them. So the opportunity is there. You just have to take action. And Jupiter and Uranus can bring unexpected opportunities your way, especially because Jupiter's in the 5th, so it could be something involving romance. No, Jupiter's in the 3rd, but Uranus is in the 5th. Something that has to do with romance, something that has to do with children, a creative project. Maybe you get an opportunity to do something creative that you really love, and you're like, wow, I really love this, doing this kind of work, and it's fun. It's not just, drudgery. Or you're doing something that makes you feel like a kid again. You're having fun. You meet someone that says, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Someone very active. I feel like if you're going to meet someone, it's not going to be a stick in the mud. It's going to be someone that's going to get you off the couch and out doing things, So if you've been like a hermit, because we all have for the past 2 years, I think things are going to start to open up, and you're going to get a chance to mingle and reconnect with people, and have more fun, have more social connection, more, with people. And through those connections, so reach out. If you haven't talked to people in a while, call them. Give people a call, because I think it could lead to love this month. So, and this love can also, it's like a brand new cycle coming in, but you're going to be happy with it because it's bringing in abundance, it's bringing in wealth, it's bringing in security, it's bringing in fun and romance. I mean, what else could you ask for? So I think you're going to be good, both career and love this month. Just be careful when you're communicating that you're not being the bully. And if you come across a bully this month, stand your ground and don't let them get their way. Don't be manipulated by someone who is trying to be, too pushy. You have to set some boundaries. So that's my forecast, Capricorn, for February. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Have a wonderful month of February, and good luck and success and love. Let it all fly to you. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.